Woo! Woo! This is Steph. Hey guys, this is an update on Eric Banner, Friday, December 6th, 2013. And he was back at school today. Fuck yeah. Okay, so here's what he did today. Let me show you. What the fuck am I doing? Okay. So here's the first thing he did. Today was pretty nasty with him. Well, I don't mean like bad, but today was awesome with him. Today he did a lot of stuff. Okay, here's the first thing he did. Okay, when we were going back to our lockers after lunch, Eric Miller just grabbed Valerie by her hair, banged her against the wall. No, not like really hard, just like sexually. He was humping her from behind. He was like, oh yeah. He was doing that from behind. Everyone was staring at them like this, and then you hear her moaning like, ugh. You hear her moaning. He's humping her, like not actually putting his penis in her ass, but he's like pretending to hump her. And then everyone's like, what the hell are you doing? And he's like, something I called you a switcheroo, bitch. And then the kid just walked away. But they never got caught though. Okay, here's the second thing he did. I told you guys about this kid, Jake. So after school, he called Jake. I don't want to say it out loud because it's really mean to say. He called Jake a nigger because he's black. So the camera keeps fucking moving. He called Jake a nigger. Isn't that crazy? And so Jake just was running to the principal. Eric's like, he grabs Jake by his hair and he's like, let me go, Eric. And Eric's like, he's like this. You're not going anywhere. And Jake's like, but I have to tell the principal. And he's like, if you tell the principal on me, I will kill you. So Jake got scared and he didn't tell the principal. But he called Jake a nigger. I told you guys about this kid a couple times. He's an asshole. Okay. Oh yeah, this was hilarious. During reading class, Eric Miller walks in with his pet dog on a leash, and then the teacher's like, Eric, you know the policy, no dogs allowed, and where's your notebook? And he's like, I decided to leave it upstairs in the hallway for everyone to kick around. Bitch! Boo! So then my Marine teacher's a bitch. She's like, you're gonna have to call your mom right now and tell her to pick up your dog. And then the teacher's like, does your mom even know you have your dog? And Eric's like, nope. Moo! And the teacher's like, well, go call her now! And he's like, Eric picked up the dog. He's like, come on, Snippy. We have to leave now because of this motherfucking bitch! Moo! The teacher's like, excuse me? And then he's like, oh, I'm sorry, please don't tell the principal, I'm sorry! And then she's like, fine, I'll let it slide this time, but never again. And he's like, thank you. And then he walked out, but he had to call his mom to pick up the dog. I'm actually really surprised. She actually cut him some slack this time. Oh yeah, during science class, Eric raised his hand, and then the teacher said, yes, Eric. He said this 16 times. He said, I saw Hunger Games Catching Fire. I also saw it. It was really good. I saw the first Hunger Games, and I saw Hunger Games Catching Fire. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but the ending sucked to the second one. But honestly, I like the first one better. Yeah, that was my opinion, but other people have different opinions, but that's my opinion. I like the first one better, because, dude, I like the second one a lot. Just the ending ruined the whole movie, basically. I hated it. But he kept saying, I saw Hunger Games Catching Fire, and when he was about to say it the 17th time, the teacher's like, shut up, Eric! She actually told him to shut up. She's like, shut up, Eric! The teacher don't usually do that. They should be reported they do that. Eric's like, calm down, I'm sorry, I was just giving you a suggestion. Boo! She's like, sorry, Eric, just don't say it anymore. He's like, fine, whatever. Boo! Okay, this is the last thing he did. Oh yeah, during lunch, Eric walks in with a Dodge and he's like, hey, it's me! He slams the door open, he picks up the Dodge, he had a dodgeball in his hand, he throws it at Lisa, and Lisa falls out of her seat and she's crying, because he threw it super hard at her head. I think she had to go to the nurse. She had an ice pack on her head, and she's like, what? And the principal was like, Eric, why did you do that? And he's like, oh, because she's a bitch. And he's like, my office now! And he's like, but it's lunchtime. Can I at least do it after? And the principal's like, fine, I'll let you eat lunch, but you have to go to the office, and you're going to have to apologize to Elisa. He's like, no problem, bitch. And the principal's like, excuse me? And my principal's a guy, which makes no sense, but it's still funny. And then Eric's like, I'm sorry, please! And the principal's like, my office now, actually! And he's like, People these days. Moo. So that was an update on Eric Miller. Eric Miller. Friday, December 6th, 2013. He was hilarious today. Yeah, it was hilarious. Look at all the stuff he did. Can't believe it was so funny. He just pops in and throws a dodgeball at Lisa's head. But it was so funny. I hope all you guys have a good weekend and do something fun. Yeah. Have a good weekend, you guys. Because Eric Miller is going to be like, bitch!